Marie Clay discusses taking words apart on page 125 in the textbook. Taking words apart in isolation is related to what happens during reading when a student comes across an unfamiliar word. When students are working with words, whether it is on a magnetic whiteboard, in text, word cards, or during writing, if they are trying to figure out how to read or write a word, the teacher should prompt the student to look at different word features. According to Clay, students should deliberately look at feature of a letter, letter level, cluster of letter sequence, word level, phrase level, sentence level, gist of the passage. Make sure to only use one or two of the features so the child is not confused. The features are organized in a hierarchy. As the student builds reading skills, then he or she will be able to use more complex features. When a child takes apart a word, he/she will look for something they already know. Marie Clay gives us an example using the word landed. The student comes to the word in text and does not know it. He asks the teacher for help, and the teacher prompts with, "What do you already know about the word?" The boy looks at the word and identifies a smaller word within it. He finds the word "ands." Then, using what he knows about letter sounds, he added the ul sound at the beginning to get land, and then he added ed to the end of the word because he knew ed went on the end and made the ed sound. The student then blended all the sounds together and met landed. The student used letter and word features to determine the unknown word. We have already learned from Clay that teaching students something they already know is wasting valuable instructional time. Following that reasoning, once a student can apply one of the taking words apart strategies, he should move on to one more complex. The primary goal of taking words apart is using what the child already knows about letter sounds and words to determine an unknown. Clay also tells us that teachers must be careful observers because students may not be able to articulate the feature they are focusing on and misusing or misunderstanding the teacher's prompts. For example, a student may be looking at the letter formation, but the teacher may think he is looking at a cluster of words. The teacher's prompting and instructing will confuse or mislead the student. It is important to keep in mind that every student will take words apart differently based on what they already know. As teachers, we need to encourage and challenge students to move on up the hierarchy to develop reading skills. We want our students to be problem solvers.